Hello, good morning, happy Sunday, and welcome to at Sentinel Food Court Racer, where today I will be talking about empathy. Empathy is something that my designation of mental illness, the people with my designation of mental illness have a lot of trouble with, and that is the diagnosis of schizophrenia. Many schizophrenics struggle with empathy. What is empathy? Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It is often described as putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Did a little bit of a write up. There are all types of people in my world: rich, middle class, poor, handicapped, athletic. To put myself in a variety of different people's shoes and feel how they feel can be difficult. Yes. Um, Sometimes I felt like I've had a certain. Now, there's different types of empathy. There's some that involve more touch and feel. There's some that are more cognitive. Um, but I've kind of thought that I've experienced the touch and feel one because um, I've been open on at Sentinel Food Corporation, so I can share with you guys that when I've had sex with a woman and there's been an oral groaning or moaning of joy, when I hear that in my partner, it also turns me on. And I thought that's kind of an empathy when someone else is experiencing pleasure and moaning or you know expressing it verbally, then gives me more pleasure. And I thought that was a kind of empathy. Don't know if it is. I never really asked the doctor. There are handicapped people at my psychosocial clubhouse, people that walk with walkers, people that are blind. I have a friend, Peter, who's blind, and I pour him a cup of coffee some mornings. My friend, Bill, he has a lot of problems walking. And, you know, uh, I've always tried to make him feel better. I think in some ways I put myself in his shoes, not completely, but partially, in that I see he's kind of shaking and, he's struggling. He had a tough night. He's at my clubhouse in the morning, and I give him a pat on the back or shake his hand or a kiss on the forehead and try to make him feel better, and it makes me feel pretty good too. Um, it can be difficult to have empathy for those difficult relationships in my life. Relationships with my last therapist, who we butted heads on things, and you really, I don't think it's necessary to have complete empathy and to stick with a therapist that you butt heads a lot with. Um, as someone that had achieved a lot in cycling and gone to the World Cup races in Europe, that had gone to the Nationals and placed in the top seven a number of times, in the top three once. Um, I thought I was considered elite, and I think that consideration of being elite could, in many ways, give me that designation permanently, because you never, they say you can take the fight out of the dog, but you never can take the dog out of the fight, or something like that. And my heart still beats strong. Maybe one of the reasons that my blood pressure gets high sometimes is that my body wants to race and go hard, and I just am less active than I used to be. Um, so, you know, that's a thing. That is a thing. Um, in terms of my psychiatrist, having empathy with a psychiatrist, someone that's trying to help. Um, to be honest with them is a strong point of empathy. To say, you know what, this psychiatrist is giving me a lot of medications, and it's because they want me to behave a certain way, and in the long term, possibly they think it'll help me do better. I don't know. So this video has gone on for a bit. I hope you guys have figured out some things. I figured out some things and figured out that I can sure talk a lot. So, with empathy, shaking your hand. Cheers and good day.